Hello, hello. What's going on, Tiffers? What's up, Duck? What's up, Sunshine Cat?
What's up?
What a week of football. I am upset. Still recovering from the weekend. No worries. We'll try to, like we say every week, we'll try to make this one quick. You know?
Yeah. So we say.
I know it was awesome seeing you. I actually took 0 pictures from this weekend except the one of you holding a burger.
Where were you?
We were in Delano. We went to the Filipino Festival.
Oh, Filipino Festival.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wish I would have been there.
I wish you would. You could come here next week, though. All right. And I got the wrong fear faces on. Oh, my God. Hold on.
Boom, boom.
Bam. There he is. Dude, that timing was perfect. He just popped up. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to week 7 of the Brigade Fantasy the Brigade Fantasy Football Show podcast show with your host BikeyMrown, along with my co-host, the one and only
Mr. B. Pippin.
Last call
What's up, gang?
for alcohol.
That's basically what it meant.
Anyways, mid-season now, officially mid-fantasy football season, if you will.
Yeah.
Some major injuries happening just recently, and yeah, a lot of crazy games, a lot of close matchups in our league in itself. At least for me, it was. Yeah, I don't know. Like, what game should we start with? You want to start with the Ravens and Bucks, or the Chargers and Cardinals?
Yeah, we're going with the better game, Ravens and Bucks.
I don't know, man. Cardinals, it was a walk-off field goal, dude. All right. Dave, what's going on, though? Yeah, you did awesome with your car show, by the way. You had some good picks for Pick'em. Did you win Pick'em again this week, Duck? Because I knew I wasn't in the race for that. I have to check that. You need that? You want this shirt?
I know.
It's just a little tight on me. Or do you want Piffin's shirt, the last call one? I don't think I'm going to make it the playoffs either. It's okay, though. All right, let's get into it. The Ravens versus the Bucks, both entering the game 4-2. We got Lamar Jackson thrown for as many TDs as he has incompletions. Dude, 17 completions and 5 of them for touchdowns. What the oh my God.
He's about to be MVP again, you know.
Yeah.
They were saying Jaden Daniels, he's out of the talks now.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels unfortunately went down. I don't know. What's his injury on that? Is it
just said ribs.
Oh yeah, he's got a rib. He just got out, right?
Yeah, he said week to week, so we'll see.
Okay. Let's get into the Derrick Henry, still a beast. Ripped off an 80-yard run. Probably should have been for a touchdown, but he got chased down by the last guy. But 15 carries, 169 yards, man. I think Derrick Henry's in the MVP race. He's been going crazy. He's been going crazy
too. Besides last week, I think this is the only week he didn't have a touchdown. But
yeah, first touchdown. Yeah, Jahmyr Gibbs was popping off. On top of that, 281 yards passing, 52 yards rushing, and now they just Mark Andrews 2 touchdown passes. All of a sudden, Mark Andrews wants to play. I don't know if you still have him, Tivers, or if you ever had him.
He dropped him. Somebody else scooped him, I think.
Yeah, 4 catches, 41 yards, and 2 tutties for him. Over on the Buccaneers side, Baker Mayfield threw the ball over twice as much, 31 for 45, 370 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I mean, they were looking good, but they just had some bad throws, some bad injuries, of course. So we had Mike Evans pulling his hammy on a potential TD catch that he dropped, and then apparently a major injury to Chris Godwin at the end where he had to get carted off, and they didn't want to replay the injury, so that's never a good sign. So hoping it's nothing too crazy for them, but those of you that own Chris Godwin, it looks like you're going to take a major hit to your season. He was number 2 receiver in the league heading into tonight. And
been having a Baker, man. Baker's been having a good year too, man. He's been having he's leading the league in NFL touchdown passes.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah,
and now he's losing his top 2 receivers. I mean, Mike Evans doesn't stay for a long time, but I mean 3-4 weeks, when you're in a really tough division, you got Atlanta in there as well.
Yeah.
The Saints, who might bounce back ever.
Yeah.
see.
Who knows? Maybe number one receiver is gonna have to be Cade Otton and Rashad White. Rashad White,
Rashad
6
White, Bucky
catches,
Irvin.
71 yards for 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Nice bounce back game for Rashad White.
He had a garbage time touchdown, but it was still. I mean, it was like 40 yards. He literally dragged across the field, and everybody was on the right, and he was the only one on the left. Well, he walked it in basically.
And he got more carries than Bucky Irving, so a good sign for Rashad White holders. You know, he's been looking like he's been put in the backseat, but he comes out and balls out today, even in the loss. You know who I think might step up in those two out? I think your boy, former New York Giants Sterling Shepard, could step up in that role.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean? Low-key.
They had this other guy right here, McMillan.
Mm-hmm.
You know, McMillan is, I think, is a rookie, and they said that when I was watching the game, that he's gonna take a little time. So he took more time playing over Sterling Shepard. So, but it might be up to them two. Those two might be the new two guys if you're in a desperate deep, 12 to 14 man. I mean, and you know that the Buccaneers stole the ball, so somebody's gonna get the ball over.
Yeah, somebody's got to get it. Obviously, we know the people that have been holding on to Rashad White. Hopefully, this is the turnaround for his season. But hopefully, the offense still stays, offensing, because that's a big hit, man. That's a big hit for that team. Cade Otton probably gonna be. I think he's only 42% roster when I check most places. He's gonna be pretty popular pickup this week. Trey Palmer.
Trey Palmer. I mean, those are all three top 3 receivers right now. So
dislocated ankle. Ugh. It's dislocated. They can't just pop it back in.
Yeah, I probably dislocated off the muscle,
yeah, that's pretty. I didn't see it too. I know it was at the end of the game. All right, next game for double. What was that?
Sabu.
I don't think about it. I don't want to watch it. Just like I didn't want to watch Hutchinson's injury either.
Justin Herbert is a fraud, man. He's a fraud, yo.
Justin Herbert is a fraud? I feel like he's slowly making his way back after battling all his injuries.
And he can't do nothing.
He threw for 349 yards.
Bro, but you only got 15 points? How you throw the ball the length of the field 3 times and no touchdown passes?
I mean, you got Will Dissly as his leading receiver, dog. He don't got no Keenan Allen anymore, man. He's got Will Dissly, Joshua Palmer, Ladd McConkey, who I still like, Simi Fehoko, Jalen Reagor, Stone Smart. Like who Simi Fehoko? Like, come on. Like, what is he supposed to do, man? J.K. Dobbins the only maybe valid
just remember that he was at one point the highest paid quarterback in the league.
He was. I think he's good.
They gave him the first $200 million contract.
A whole bunch of default names. Dude, it's like when you do you start your own career and you draft your whole team, and then it's like all these random names that they just user generated. Yeah. What's up, Dan? Dan's a winner this week. We'll get into our fantasy league soon. And then over on the freaking Cardinals side, how about Kyler Murray? Aside from him running for a 44-yard touchdown, this guy only throws for 145 yards. 1 touchdown, 1 interception. The interception, pretty bad, actually. He just kind of threw in the back of the end zone right into other dude's hands. I guess he was that sneaky. James Conner is looking like a beast, though, man. He was like, he was carrying tackles on his back, bro. Like that tackle got hurt. He jumped on his back and he carried him for a few steps and then dropped him. And then that dude had to get out the game. It was,
get off me.
Dude, 150 yards rushing, 100 yards receiving, or 100 yards rushing, 150 yards receiving. Marvin Harrison Jr. Shout out to him for not doing anything that helped me win one of my fantasy leagues. 3 catches, 21 yards. Trey McBride, he did everything but catch a touchdown. 5 catches for 51 yards. He's been solid. He's a solid tight end for me. I still think he's the number 1 target over there. Marvin Harrison Jr.
He's been getting a lot of targets, a lot of catches.
Mm-hmm.
He's just got to find that end zone, man. You need him to find that end zone. I feel like that's the problem, with Kyler too. Like, he just doesn't find the end zone,
Yeah.
I feel like if his legs aren't working, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's not really productive.
Yeah, and then you got Black Ops 6 coming out this weekend too. So man,
he about to be full streaming 24 hours.
You know, the season, I mean, that might have been their last one of the season right there. But they do pull off the upset. I guess you could call it an upset. Move to 3-4, 17-15 over the Chargers. Battle of the kickers. It was a boring game, but it was close though. All right, let's rewind back to our Thursday night game. Snooze fest, ass whooping for the Broncos facing an injury riddled Saints. Second game in a row. Spencer Rattler, aka poor man's Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, it's coming out to first. I'll give it to you tonight after this game. I have to get your account set up so you can start your download. Probably pre-download is probably Wednesday. Spencer Rattler, aka poor man's Patrick Mahomes, aka swag, aka whatever you want to call it. And then you also have no Chris Olave. So they bottled up Alvin Kamara. He had probably his worst game of the season. 7 carries for only 10 yards. He did make up in the PPR leagues because he caught 6 catches for 14 yards. But man, 24 yards total from him. Not gonna cut it. The Broncos, on the other hand, I mean, they just ran the ball. You got Javonte Williams, 88 yards, 2 touchdowns. Bo Nix rushing 10 times for 75 yards. Shit, what was their yardage here? They had 100 and
contenders or pretenders.
220, yeah, 225 yards rushing from the Broncos. I mean, somehow they're winning. They've won like 3 of their last 4 at least. And the Saints are coming off of starting 2-0, and now they've lost 5 straight. And like they came out, yeah, they came out firing too. Like the first 2 weeks they put up like 40 points, and now it's like
they benched Spencer Rattler.
Who are they?
In the second half,
as they should. They were down. I mean, but their defense letting the Broncos put up 33 points, kind of crazy.
Well, the defense had 2 touchdowns, I think. If I'm not mistaken.
Oh, was Alpha fumbles? Because there's no picks here. I see no picks.
Yeah, it was a fumble, I believe.
Well, that's lame. Anyways, it was a boring game on Thursday night, in my opinion. Nobody really, cheers for those teams. What's some good teams? We had the Jaguars playing back-to-back weeks over in London. Were they in London again, or they're in Europe again? Nope. Dude, Drake May. I mean, they're playing the Patriots. Patriots dropped to 1-6. They won 32-16. But man, Drake May's kind of looking nice. At least fantasy-wise. Drake May, 26 for 37, 276 yards, 2 touchdowns. I had him in one of my leagues, and he's been putting up some points for me, which is nice. I've been happy with that. Your boy Hunter Henry, leading receiver for them, 8 catches, 92 yards. My boy Demario Douglas, only 2 catches, 14 yards, unfortunately. Michael Hasty with the only touchdown for them there.
I started him in the league this year too.
Who?
In the league this week, Demario Douglas.
Oh yeah,
because he had 9 targets last week with Drake May.
Yeah. No, I
was like, he might, as long as he gets even if he gets like 6 catches for 30 yards, I'm taking that.
Yeah. Over on the Jaguars side, no ETN sitting out this game, and Tank Bigsby looks like he has taken over the starting role, rushing 26 times for 118 yards and 2 touchdowns. You hate to see it. I have ETN in like 2 leagues. You hate to see it. What's up, Moss?
Brian Thomas Jr. looking good though.
Yeah, BTJ.
He's been having consistent weeks. So
he's been a really consistent wide receiver for the Jaguars. I thought that person would be Christian Kirk with the with the leaving of Calvin Ridley, but no. You got Brian Thomas Jr. 5 catches, 89 yards and a touchdown for them. The other guys, I mean, he only threw the ball. Huh?
Poor Calvin Ridley.
Oh yeah,
you saw that he complained about the.
He got paid though.
No, we'll get.
Yeah, he got paid though. I guess he got paid.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, the rest of the team not much. I mean, Trevor Lawrence only threw the ball 20 times, 15 for 20, efficient enough. They did all the work. Yeah, they did all the work on the ground.
150 on him, so.
BTJ poking really good. Hey yo, who's he poking? Looking. Oh. We got Freezy Fantasy coming in saying James Conner and Brian Robinson for Bijan and Marv. My other RBs are Derrick Henry and Chase Brown.
I like James Conner, man. James Conner has just been consistent.
James Conner is
every week.
James Conner is like,
Bijan looks like he's finally coming into his groove, but just You know what I'm saying? Like 1 week could be good, and the next week he's You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I'm not. I don't. I think Marv's gonna continue to be ass. Personally,
So
James Conner is like
James,
every week RB2, RB1, even RB2.
and Brian Robinson's the number one over there too. Like I don't know if you want to give away 2 1s for a 1. You know, I mean, even though I get it, you have Derrick Henry, but Chase Brown.
Nah, I'd rather trade. If you're gonna trade those two, maybe you could trade those two for like a Brees Hall. I wouldn't trade for like a Bijan. I don't think it's worth
Chase
it.
Brown and Brian Robinson for that. Try to keep James Conner.
Well, he had. Oh yeah, true. You do have Chase. Yeah, maybe Brian Robinson and Chase Brown would be more equivalent, especially because Marv's come off a bad game, and he's coming off back-to-back bad games. He had a donut last week. I know he got a concussion, but then then this week,
like 3 points, something like
that. Yeah, thank God. But yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't do that one in my opinion. Should we go to a high flying game? We got the Lions versus the undefeated Vikings. This was a really good game here. Probably the game of the week, honestly. So the Viking, you know how the NFC North is dominating football right now. We have the Lions coming in. They were coming in at 4-1. The Vikings coming in at 5-0. And Jared Goff doing Jared Goff things, only throwing the ball 25 times, but completing 22 of them for 280 yards, 2 touchdowns. Yeah, he's so efficient. Amon-Ra St. Brown finally having himself a pretty good game. 8 catches, 112 yards, and a touchdown. David Montgomery probably like his worst game of the season only because he always cashes in a touchdown, and for once he didn't. Jameer man, dude, you see that cutback Jameer had on his touchdown run? Like the plant and like juke on that was like,
he's nasty.
Yeah, I didn't realize how fast, like how shifty he was.
Yeah,
no wonder. Go ahead.
Nice.
No wonder David Montgomery gets all the fucking goal line carries. This guy's quick.
Well, I mean, they both be getting a lot of touches. Just this week, Jameer Gibbs had it.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, Darius, we have a casualty in the chat. Darius just lost Godwin and Ayuk. Your team is now Henry, Barkley, Rodgers, Devontae Smith, Kittle, Hunt, Amari Cooper, and Hunt. Oh, you have Hunt twice. You're filling in Amari Cooper. I got Kareem Hunt and Kareem Hunt. I'm filling in Amari Cooper for Godwin, but you need to find someone for Ayuk.
Devontae Smith though. Devontae Smith is good.
Devontae Smith is good.
League, but
Devontae Smith is good. He does need a.
There's gonna be some.
You have a starting lineup. There'll be some waiver wire pickups. I mean, we were just talking about Cade.
They lose Evans and Godwin, so
they're down for a bit. Yeah, so you get you could probably look into Cade Otton. I know it's like not too many people start to flex. Yeah, not too many people start 2 tight ends, but you can run him as pretty much as a wide receiver or run him as a flex. There's also who else got hurt that we just talked about again? Was it both of them?
Mike Evans and Godwin.
I thought somebody from another team that played tonight. No. Oh no, we were just talking about Jay McDaniels Jane Daniels got hurt. So that's something else. So that's week to week. But going back to this game, it was a close game, back to back and forth, and then
good, though.
Yeah, dude, Sam Darnold, who is this guy, man? This isn't the Jets Sam Darnold.
Look what the Jets are doing to Aaron Rodgers.
I know, man. I think the Jets is where quarterbacks go to die. Sam Darnold put up 22 for 27. Yeah, 259. I know, right? It's like your last stop before retirement, honestly. Aaron Jones, nice game for him. 14 carries for 93 yards and a touchdown as well. Justin Jefferson. Yeah, Justin Jefferson, he's still maintaining his consistency. Another touchdown for him, 7 catches for 81 yards there. Addison caught a couple bombs, Jalen Naylor filling in.
He's only good for bombs.
Yeah.
He's only gets those deep on.
Yeah, I think the main people, if you're gonna have anybody on the Vikings, it's gotta be Darnold, Aaron Jones, or Justin Jefferson. Outside of that, it's like kind of iffy. I just saw the news like an hour ago. Jameson Williams getting suspended for 2 weeks for PEDs or something like that, or for like some performance enhancing stuff. I'm sure they really wanted to drug test him after he caught 1 pass for -4 yards this week. So he had been having a good year, but
or he's throwing.
Yeah. He's selling,
He had
but
a parlay set up.
yeah, dude, you have a good team, Darius. But yeah, that's a huge hit. I mean, Ayuk isn't really a huge hit because Ayuk was pretty much like a drop candidate by now. But Godwin for sure, number one receiver, or number two, I guess, so far this season. But yeah, I guess see who's available on your waivers. I mean, there should be a few good waiver options. Any other Bucks receiver or K-Don? K-Don's like 42% roster right now. I'll look into that for sure. Baseball Universe says, what do you think? Juan Jennings trade value is now given the state of the 49ers wide receiver room.
I was low-key gonna like just saying that in my head. Like,
yeah.
Brandon Ayuk. Remember, that's who we were talking about.
Oh, that's what the other one was. Yeah. With Ayuk going down, is potential. Let's talk about that game.
Jennings could be back. He could be back.
Juwan Jennings could come back. I don't think he's gonna put up a 40+ point game ever again in his life. But they got to throw somebody, and Debo's gonna, Debo and George Kittle are gonna get the majority of it. But you never know. I think he might be a good option. Was Debo out this game too? Is Debo hurt again?
Hurt or some shit. Yeah,
oh my God. Well, I guess according to NFL stats, you got Jacob Coing, you got Ricky Pearsall. I think a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people are picking up Ricky Pearsall on waivers last week. I think. But he only came through with 3 catches, 21 yards. George Kittle is going to be the biggest beneficiary, and you got George Kittle already, Darius. So that's good. Juwan Jennings or probably Ricky Pearsall he was like kind of looked at on the waiver wire last week.
So I was laughing. The health receiver routine got shot in the chest 2 months ago.
Oh yeah, which one is that? Is that Ricky Pearsall? Yeah, the white dude. Yeah. I forgot. Wasn't he just walking down the streets too in SF and just?
No, they tried to rob him.
Yeah,
they tried to rob him.
That's just crazy.
Driveway or something like that.
Yeah.
It's so crazy that's the I think 3rd or 4th Niners receiver to get robbed in their like career and like history.
Fun fact. Yeah.
1 point. Yeah.
Another fun fact. Brock Purdy.
Debo too.
Oh really? Damn.
Yeah. I mean Debo Samuel, I believe, or something like that.
Hey man. It's because San Francisco's ghetto, man. They're in Santa Clara though, man. Santa Clara is supposed to be like the nice bougie area. I don't know what's going on over there, but maybe Bay Area. Brock Purdy throwing 3 picks, 0 interceptions. Brock Purdy no longer sturdy, especially without his
3 picks, 0 interceptions.
Oh my bad. 3 picks, 0 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Patrick Mahomes trying to one up him. He had 0 touchdowns and 2 interceptions, but he does have a rushing touchdown where he trucks a freaking DB with his dad bod.
Sends him into a new fucking
bro.
nightmare.
He trucked that dude, and then they showed pictures. They showed each picture of them shirtless, and that dude's like hella yoked, and then you just see Patrick Mahomes like just keeping his body fed, and
he's like the flag football MVP quarterback that's just out of shape but still good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. He's like the old dude that still got it. Rashad White's value should go up. Yeah, it should definitely go up with today was a nice bounce back game for him, of course, after probably a lot of doubt. He might be, I would say he's either, I don't think you wouldn't want to trade him because his value will be too high right now. Or I don't think you'll get enough for him, but then his stock is rising, especially with these injuries in the receiving core.
Honestly, might have to do the double running back start with Bucky Irvin and Rashad White.
Yeah, if you have the handcuff, yeah.
They both had almost 20 points. Bro, I know
did they?
Bucky Irvin had like 18, and Rashad White had like 25.
Did he get a touchdown in today?
I don't think he had a touchdown. He had a lot of catching and rushing yards. So.
Oh, okay. The catching back. Another good pickup from as of late is Kareem Hunt, 22 carries, 70 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Feeling right at home now that he's in Kansas City. I don't know how many more weeks we got.
The running back position, bro.
Huh?
I said Kareem Hunt went over there just deboed the running back position.
Oh, I know. He just came through. Carson Steele, Samaje Perine. Nope. Get him out. You know, you got McCole Hardman running for more than them. Two carries for 38 yards. Dude, Kareem Hunt's, man, I wish I had him in more of my leagues. I only have him in one or two of my leagues, but
I didn't even believe he was gonna be the guy.
Oh, I believed it. But we'll see. I don't know what the update is on Isaiah Pacheco's injury. I remember they were talking about week 9 potential return or something like that, like a while back. But
he broke his tibia. That's crazy.
That's true. I mean, but you know, broken bones better than torn ligaments. So I mean, we'll see. I think if anything, though, to hold him out, they're freaking undefeated. You know, they're doing just fine with Kareem Hunt. Why rush him back? You know, it's not like the Niners, who are now 3-4, that need to win now. I don't know when. If there's been any updates on Christian McCaffrey. You know if there's been any updates on Christian McCaffrey?
They're saying week 10.
Week 10 with his double bum Achilles. Let's see. Oh yeah, his return is week 10 after their bye next week. So we'll see what happens there. They really need it if they want to make the playoffs.
I really need him if I want to make it to the playoffs.
Do you have him in some leagues?
I have him in one league. I traded for him.
Oh.
But yeah, I gave away a little bit, but you know what? I had to sacrifice, man. I needed some play now players, but I ended up getting I got David Montgomery, and then I used that to get Andy Dalton and McCaffrey. I think I gave up like Devontae Adams and Tyreek Hill.
Oh, damn. You have Devontae Adams and Tyreek Hill for that?
Oh, I mean, Tyreek Hill, that's over for him, man.
Yeah, it's the same. Yeah. I don't know. Word on the street is that Tua's practicing again and that he could be back next week or the week after.
Fantastic.
Yeah, just so you
know what's going to happen if he goes down? You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, well, he's not. The first play they call is going to be a run. QB designed to run. That'd be crazy. Like, yeah. So just to show the league he ain't no bitch.
I'm under on everything to his first game back.
Lock
it in right here. You've been trying to get into sports betting talk.
Yeah.
Here it is. Lock it in. If Tua
comes back, hey,
under everything.
I wonder what his rushing yard over under is gonna be. I'll definitely go under on that shit. They're gonna be like 0.5 yards. This is gonna be his over under on rushing. Like, hey, if he just tries it once.
Give you the free money one where it's like, hey, if Aaron Rodgers throws for half a yard,
oh yeah,
on that win. Maximum.
Yeah, that might be it right there. You know, QB Jaden Daniels was your QB1. Damn, that sucks for you. Did you have a backup or no? I would if I were you, I would probably pick up, who's low rostered and who's, not winning games, but still doing decent fantasy wise. Well, I guess that guy. But I think Aaron Rodgers has still been doing pretty solid, even though they're not winning.
I do like Bo Nix though. He runs the ball and he throws for 2 touchdowns. Hopefully he can keep it that way. But we could get into the waiver tout later a little.
Yeah, we'll get into that. Yeah. All right. What other games you want to talk about? Let's see. How about the Packers versus the Texans?
Oh yeah, yo,
that was a good game.
Jordan fucking Love. Man.
I love Jordan Love, man. Jordan Love, highest paid quarterback. I don't know if and he's actually living up to it. He's so weird though, man. He's always like the Packers in general, man. They're like always slow starting team. They like to go down, and then they just find a way to win at the end.
They like to what is it? They prefer going uphill than downhill. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They like to work a little more.
Yeah, but Jordan Love, he threw 2 picks early, but bounced back. One of the picks. Maybe both the picks honestly wasn't even his fault. I mean, he bounced off one of the dude's chests. But you got Josh Jacobs getting his first ever receiving touchdown.
The first touchdown of the season too.
He had a rushing touchdown earlier in the season, but first receiving touchdown of his career. Apparently, yeah, I didn't know he had none. But 12 carries, 76 yards, 5 catches for 16 yards and a tutty there. Jaden Reed, worst game of the season. Shout out Jaden Reed owners like myself. 2 catches for 10 yards. Romeo Doubs, man. Ever since that 1-game suspension, he's come back and been popping off. 8 catches, 94 yards. Tucker Craft diving TD catch was pretty legit.
Yeah, that was nice too.
So
Saw
you
the
know
highlight on that one.
he's been salvaging some tight end points for those of you that have been still starting him and holding on to him. The Packers look good, man. I think they're contenders. Even though they're third place in their division, even though they're 5-2, they're third place in the division behind.
That division is the best division of football right now, man.
Yeah, it's insane.
I mean, even the Bears don't look bad. So you know.
Yeah, and they're on bye this week too. Yeah, and the only loss that they took was because they played against each other, because the Vikings versus the Lions. On the other hand, what the hell is up with CJ Stroud? 86 yards passing, 10 for 21. I mean, they were still in the game because Joe Mixon carried the ball 25 times for 115 yards and 2 touchdowns. Joe Mixon's looking nice.
CJ Stroud just didn't look he looked good, but he didn't look his normal stuff.
Yeah.
He didn't look his normal stuff. You know, the play calling was a little off. I don't know.
Yeah, only 10 completions.
I do like seeing Stephon Diggs getting half of those. You know.
Yeah, he did get half of them. No touchdown
and
though.
you got to remember too, no Nico Collins, man. No Nico Collins. You know, it's a big threat out there. You know, they got to go to other people. But obviously, even with no Nico Collins, Dalton Schultz still does nothing.
Hey, he got one long bomb for 28 yards. He just is, you know, that's 3.8 points. Well, I don't have him. I don't believe him in my rosters. But yeah, the Packers moved to 5-2. Houston Texans dropping to 5-2. But yeah, Nico's due to return soon, right? I feel like Nico's due to return soon. Let's see. He is week 10, 4 games. Yeah, okay, so that was this is only week 2 of 4 games. So he still got a couple more weeks without him.
They come back to playing Detroit and a couple other people.
Yeah, if you're in a good position with your record, especially you, Darius, if you're still there, 5-2. I mean, you might be able to pull some strings. You know, try to trade for somebody that you can wait a couple weeks for. You know, Nico Collins might be that guy. How about the Browns? Another big injury. Deshaun Watson torn Achilles this game. I just remember there was a lot of cheering going on, a lot of hate, which is kind of messed up. Damn Browns fans. And then Dorian Thompson-Robinson goes down as well after throwing 2 picks. And the boy Jameis Winston.
Even disrespected.
Why is Jameis Winston number 3 on the depth chart? Like, what?
Send him to the Giants. We need him.
Yeah. Damn, really? What? You're Danny Jones guy though. Nick Chubb, his first game back, he does dominate in the carries. 11 carries for only 22 yards though, but he does punch in a touchdown, so good sign for him. First game back after over a year missed after that major knee surgery that he had over the offseason. David Njoku, we were talking about with the departure of Amari Cooper, who's going to step up. And David Njoku with 10 catches, 76 yards, and a touchdown, as well as Cedric Tillman, who I've never heard of. And he had 8 catches for 81 yards. So, you know, hey, maybe with Jameis Winston back there, you might want to look at some receivers over on the Brown side for those of you that are hurting that receiver now.
There's only Jerry Jeudy, I think, over there.
What is that I'm saying? Like we had David Njoku pop off. We had Jerry Jeudy had 1 catch for 18 yards. We had the Cedric Tillman guy got 8 receptions. I don't know which quarterback was throwing it to him out of DTR or Deshaun Watson or Jameis Winston. I don't know which one gave him most of those receptions, but he was the guy. Elijah Moore's there too. Elijah Moore he wasn't too bad a couple years ago.
He's definitely a good solid.
Yeah, so I mean, might be something to look into. On the Bengals side, nothing too crazy, but you got the duo of T. Higgins and Jamar Chase both catching a touchdown, 4 catches and 5 catches each. Chase Brown dominating the backfield with 15 carries, 44 yards. Dominating Bengals backfield, not necessarily 2.9 yards per carry, but a lot better than Zach Moss's 6 carries for 7 yards. Although Zach Moss was able to salvage a little bit of points with his 3 catches for 33 yards. Not too much passing. I feel like the meta is just running the ball now, like RB meta. I feel like everything's an RB meta nowadays.
I feel like that's where they're going. I mean, there's only certain teams too, but I mean the Browns are just terrible. So, I mean, and then they didn't have to do too much.
Yeah. Or should we hop over to the Seahawks? Seahawks need a must-needed win for them going up against the Falcons. Nice bounce back, 34-14. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, the Falcons did not look good. I mean, Bijan Robinson obviously had a really good game, but Kirk Cousins throwing 2 picks. He didn't look too good after we were just praising him the last few weeks. 21 carries for Bijan and for 100 yards and a touchdown. Drake London also catching a touchdown, 6 catches, 63 yards. Bijan, big bounce back game. Those of you that bought him low, reap the benefits on him there. On the other end, we had the Seahawks. We got Kenneth Walker, 14 carries, 69 yards and a touchdown. DK had a nice game, 4 catches for 99 yards and a touchdown himself.
He got injured though.
He did get hurt towards the end. Yeah. Was it a major though?
No, it is like he's week to week with his MCL.
Ooh.
His MCL.
Oh yeah, week to week with a grade 1 sprain. So he was having a really good game too. I think that was like in the first half though too. He was killing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what happens there. I mean, I guess you're looking at JSN maybe or you know. I mean, Kenneth Walker had 2 touchdowns, rushing and receiving touchdowns. So good game for him. And the Seahawks should win again. Let's talk about your Giants, Piff. Tell me what do you know about your Giants and how they played against the Philadelphia Eagles?
It wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. Honestly, Jalen Hurts just
he didn't do anything.
They didn't do anything, bro.
Saquon Barkley, what the?
Saquon Barkley went for 176.
176 yards rushing.
And Jalen Hurts vultured 2 of his 2 touchdowns of him. They did not want him to get 2 touchdowns overall. Crazy.
Oh, did you have that bet in for him?
Yeah, I had him for 2 touchdowns, and they didn't want to have it. I said
That's
I
crazy.
went for Jalen Hurts.
That's crazy. I mean, Jalen Hurts, you know, only 10 for 14. He only threw the ball 14 times that whole game. I guess wasn't needed when you got Saquon Barkley carrying the ball 17 times for 176 yards.
He was running amok.
Bro, they had 269 yards rushing. They outrushed the Giants by almost 200 yards. And what the hell happened to your offense? Oh my God, 43 yards passing. I thought 114 yards or low. Danny Jones, 14 for 21 for 99 yards.
And then we benched.
And then you got benched. And then you got Tyrone Tracy, not doing much either. 6 carries for 23 yards.
Back-to-back weeks, low numbers.
Yeah, Devin Singletary did return. Malik Neighbors did return, and the team got worse. Is the Philadelphia defense that good?
It was drop passes, just no blocking. We lost our left tackle, our star left tackle, so that ruins everything.
No protection there. Sean
Andrew Thomas.
Yeah. Sean H said, I just traded Cook and Charbonnet for Tyreek Hill in return. Am I screwed? You gave up James Cook? You gave up James Cook? Oh, no, man. I don't know about that. I mean, Tyreek Hill is, if Tua's coming back soon.
Yeah. Cook has had 2 bad games back to back, but who knows if it's going to stay that way, you know? They're saying he's supposed to be back. Oh, sorry. I have an article here pulled up about that. So it says, Tua Tagovailoa to return to practice. QB vows to play smart. And then
he vows to play smart.
Says, I ain't return for Sunday.
Yeah, he's coming back this next week. I mean, you know what? You never know, man. You never know. With Tua behind that quarterback, as long as he stays, it's a big gamble for sure. It's a big.
Medical experts has deemed it safe for Tua to return, bearing any setbacks.
It's a big gamble.
And the Dolphins are aiming for him to play Sunday against the Arizona Cardinals. Technically, he has not cleared concussion protocol, but isn't able to do so until he resumes practice. So we'll see.
I mean, he should clear. It's been 5 weeks. I don't know. The return of Tua. We'll see. I mean, those of you who have Tyreek Hill, I mean, been praying for times like this. He has vowed to play smarter. Pick the under on rushing yards. But man, dude,
under everything too. Now imagine he comes back and throws for 500, bro.
Low key. I mean, if all he does is throw the ball, hey, and that's good news for the A-Chain owners like myself on some leagues, man. I'm hoping they opens it up. Hopefully they need to win now. I think they lost like, let me see. They're 2-4 now because they just lost to the Indianapolis Colts. I can't believe the Colts started Richardson again. I hate it here. But the Colts had your boy Anthony Richardson come in, play, and become the leading rusher with 14 carries, 56 yards. Excuse me. But only 10 completed catches, 3 of them to Pittman.
Who's that guy?
Tyler Goodson? He was the other running back, but he was able to get a little tutty in there. Goodson.
14 carries too. He led the backfield. So.
Yeah, so I mean,
Jonathan Taylor can come back too. So
yeah,
a lot of people missing him right now.
Yeah, it's gonna be a stacked running offense for the Colts. The Colts surprisingly 4-3 now. Shout out Joe Flacco, man. Can't believe they benched him.
Crazy.
All right, we'll talk about your Commanders. So the Commanders, we had they were off to a decent start, and then Jaden Daniels goes down really early, but Marcus Mariota fills in and goes 18 for 23. Marcus Mariota, the flying Hawaiian. Marcus Mariota coming in, filling in for Jaden McDonald's, and he comes in, throws for 205 yards, 2 touchdowns. He also carried the ball 11 times for 34 yards. They dominated the Carolina Panthers, and it looks like Red Rockets, man. And Red Rockets flame has
Bryce Young has come back. Bryce Young is back.
Oh, is that what they did?
Came in last week, but for not minus
two passes for minus 4 yards. Andy Dalton didn't look good. Chuba still able to maintain his value.
Touchdown of the game.
17 carries, 52 yards. Deontay Johnson, his first bad game since Andy Dalton took over as quarterback. Only 1 catch for 17 yards. Didn't look good, man. Didn't look good for the Panthers. I mean, the season's kind of tanking now. So
1-6, the same as the Broncos. As the Patriots.
Yeah, 1-6, not looking good.
The Commanders play the Bears next week, and Mariota is another running quarterback, just like Jaden Daniels.
Mm-hmm.
So if you really need just a backup, that might be it. The Bears defense is absolutely terrible. So
he vowed. I know, Sean. Hopefully it pans out for you. I mean, obviously it's definitely a tough one. I don't know what your record is, but maybe it's a big gamble there. If you only got Bijan as your other running back, though, then you kind of need to keep Cook, I feel, and then just pray that your wide receivers, you find a nice sleeper somewhere.
Looking like it's up for him here. He did it.
Yeah. Last game, let's touch on the Jets. They had Devontae Adams signs with the Jets. They fired the coach the week before a loss, and then they pick up the boy Devontae Adams. They still lost. I mean, Aaron Rodgers threw 2 picks this game. This one 100%. The one to get, so one of them was to Gary Wilson. Literally bounced right off the center of his chest into a pick. So shout out Gary Wilson for making my boy AR-12 look bad. Breece Hall was looking nice, especially in the passing games. The leading receiver, 6 catches, 103 yards.
The first half, they should have just stuck with what they were doing.
Yeah, they were winning. They were 15-6, right?
They were feeding. Yeah, 15-6. They did 22 unanswered or something like that.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Insane. The Steelers, on the other hand, questions about Russell Wilson moving into the starting position with over Justin Fields, and like I said last week, we don't question Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin's been in the game forever, and if anybody's gonna trust the move, it's gonna be him. If anybody's gonna trust a coach, it's gonna be him.
Russell Wilson looked real good. He dropped a dime on one of his back touchdowns. Not to Pickens, to Van Jefferson. I think it was right over the head, over the shoulder, perfect throw.
Yeah. Wow. George Pickens, a great game, 5 catches, 111 yards and a touchdown. Najee Harris running amok. I wasn't familiar with the game. Najee Harris, he's starting to grow on me. Maybe he is that guy.
Last year, and he did absolutely nothing. And Jaylen Warren took over.
Yeah.
And now look at this. Najee Harris is the guy.
Yeah.
But George Pickens' value was super high with Russell back. So
definitely.
I would keep that in mind. I would definitely keep that in mind.
Yeah, those of you who have George Pickens, he might move into my starting lineup. I might have to start him over some people.
Should have traded Tamer when I had the chance.
Oh, for George Pickens, yeah. The Steelers moved to 5-2. Contenders or pretenders?
Yo, that whole division is all good besides the Bengals, but the Bengals have the most high scoring offense in the league. This is crazy.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to win. All right, let's go look at the standings. Let's do a little quick look at the standings real quick before we move on. Let me switch scenes here to show y'all the standings. Boop boop. All right, over in the AFC East, we got the Bills at 5-2. The Dolphins technically in second place at 2-4 with Tua returning. So I mean, you know, they're 3 games behind, or I guess you could say 2.5 games behind because the bye week. You know, they might have a chance to backdoor it. We did have the Jets as our division winners going into the season on our preseason bets. Not looking too good right now. I mean,
hopefully they get a bounce back with their schedule. You know,
I think so. I think they're due. Over in the AFC West, we got the Chiefs dominating 6-0. They haven't even been playing good, but they just find a way to win no matter what. You know, their defense holding teams down pretty well. But man, they just keep winning. Then you got the Broncos and 4-3, Chargers 3-3, Raiders at 2-5.
And you got the refs.
And you got the and they got the refs too. The AFC North, you got the Ravens and Steelers tied at 5-2, followed by the Bengals, who are starting to win. They've just won back-to-back weeks now, so they're working on coming back now. We got the Browns sitting at the bottom there. You know, no contention for them. But who knows? Maybe Jameis Winston sparks something into that team. And then the AFC South, we got the Texans at 5-2 after losing to the Green Bay Packers, along with the Colts, who just won their game, and the Jaguars have just won a game. Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence.
You the future.
The future.
You were the chosen one.
Yeah. Looking over at the NFC. Yeah. Looking back over at the NFC, we got the Commanders out in 5-2, but you know, we don't know how long Jaden Daniels will be out. The Eagles 4-2 now, winning 2 straight after they were 2-2. Cowboys looking lost. Who knows what team they want to be next week?
You think they do a trade or something?
I don't know. I feel like they gotta shake things up, right?
I feel like they have to like trade. They may have to like trade Micah Parsons and get another weapon.
Is Micah Parsons injured though?
Yeah, but still, I mean, who wouldn't want him?
Yeah. How long is he out for?
I mean, they haven't really said, but
I don't know. Their defense sucks though. They're giving up the most points in that division alone, 168 points.
And they were doing bad with them too. So.
Yep. Still haven't gotten a win at home.
Yeah.
On the NFC West, it's kind of close. Everybody's kind of near each other. Nobody's really pulling away. The Seahawks, you know, taking a 1-game lead with their win this week. But you got the Cardinals, huh?
You know, CMC said I think the Niners bounce back and take the lead.
I mean,
you got CMC come back, but don't sleep on the Rams and Matt Stafford with
Cooper
Kupp coming back this week. So
I know. I thought he was coming back this week. I freaking had him on my starting lineup, and I didn't swap it in time. But yeah, no, the Rams could do exactly what they did last year, where they just catch fire heading towards the later weeks of the season and
they got
come
a Hall
through.
of Famer too in Matt Stafford. So
yes, sir, Matt Stafford. And then we got the number 1 division in the NFL, the NFC North. We got the Lions, the Vikings, both at 5-1. The Packers at 5-2, and the Bears at 4-2. Damn.
The Bears are 4-0 at home. Imagine being a Bears fan and then freaking they're just winning at home, cooking.
Yeah,
everybody was doubting them, you know.
Yeah, they've been.
I think one of those home wins were when they were in Europe as well. So still, like, you know what I'm saying? They're still a great.
Are they at their new field already, or are they still a Soldier Field? I forgot if they built them a new stadium.
They have that.
Mossville might know that one. And then NFC South, we got the Falcons and Buccaneers. Even though the Buccaneers took the L today, they are tied for first in the NFC South. You got the Saints and Panthers behind. Who knows what happens when Derek Carr comes back, if they're able to bounce back. They have the longest losing streak in the NFL right now. They've lost, well, I guess aside from, they have the longest losing streak. Yeah. 5 in a row. Oh no, Patriots. They started 1-0 and they lost 6 straight. But you know, they Yeah, they got a big thing to climb there. All right, let's get over to our league and pause for questions.
Oh my gosh,
I'm sick.
The .46 loss.
Yeah, I guess we could get it over with quick and dirty. I could have swore I won this game when I saw the Cardinals lining up for a game-winning field goal at the end there. I was like, oh yeah, I was only like down by a point or two, and I remember seeing the that was before they had the ball back, and then I saw that they were lining up for a game-winning field goal. I was like, oh shoot, cool, I should have won then. But I guess I didn't see what happened, so I don't know how they got to field goal range. If anybody knows how they got into field goal range to win the game tonight, please let me know. It was kind of a boring game, so I kept tuning in and out. I was also playing a poker tournament. But I lose by 0.4 to Miss Fantastic. This was a huge game for me. I thought this was going to be the one where, you know, Fantastic suffers back-to-back losses, you know, and then we start celebrating his downfall. And, you know, my team just didn't come through.
You won that.
Yeah, I had Murray and McBride. After Kyler, I was pretty much destined to lose. But then when Kyler Murray had that 44-yard rushing touchdown, I figured, yo, I'm back in it. We might win this. And, yeah, man, Derrick Henry keeps balling out for some reason. You know, he's just being the great person he is. Even with his Henry duo over here, Hunter Henry putting up 13 points.
I was gonna say he should change his name to Henry Squared.
Henry Squared, yeah, I know. My team, you know, my receiving core really let me down this week. We got 2 points, 4.2 points from both Jaden Reed and Deontay Johnson. I mean, if I would have started anybody else, Lazard, Pittman, shit, Demario Douglas, 2.4 points. That was shit. That could have got me a little bit closer. Yeah, it would have been right there. Man, dude, I'm sick though. I'm sick. Yeah, I'm gonna just take that on the chin.
Fantastic moving a 5-1 back in the first place.
6-1. 6-1.
No.
Yeah, this is until tomorrow. Next we had Dan, who was here earlier. Dan with Lamar Jackson at quarterback taking out Dave. Huge win for Dan here because he was 2-4, moving to 3-4 now. You know, Dave underperforming. He had a original projection of 107 points and only puts up 70. That's tough. Devontae Smith only one catch for -2 yards. Jaden Daniels obviously getting hurt, kind of ruined a lot for him. The only bright spot, Jahmyr Gibbs popping off, but man,
Kelsey just not getting no love.
Yeah, his team's a
shambles. Mahomes are beefing. I think Taylor and Brittany are fighting, and it's getting in between their friendship.
It must be. I don't know. He had a good game last week, and then, you know, I don't know. I think Mahomes just not. He's not Super Bowl ready. It's just in the Uno competition. Yeah, it's just crazy that they're still undefeated, even as bad as he's playing right now. Over on Dan's side, man, he had James Conner tonight and Lamar Jackson. Shoot, is that all he had playing tonight? I mean, that's all he needed because he got 50 points for the two of them. So he was sitting 25 points going into this game, and he comes out on top. Tank Bigsby, man, that's a pretty good pickup. Nice flex play there. He also had Rashad Bateman on his bench, who had a long bomb touchdown in this game. I mean, Dave with Kareem Hunt on his bench. Dave, let me know if you want to trade Kareem Hunt or Brock Bowers. I'll take either of them, you know. Or maybe you should be running, I don't know, maybe you should be running the double tight end stack for your flex and tight end spot. You know.
Get rid of Kelsey. Kelsey got to go.
Yeah, Kelsey got to go, man, and he got to go to me. So just let me know. Let me know. Trying to make some trades.
I got the lowest waiver choice this week. Let's go. Drop him.
Do you have the lowest waiver choice? How you know?
I don't know. I'm just talking.
Let's see over here on our third matchup, we got Marty's majestic team popping off against Casey. Two girls, one cup. Marty, Marty with Cooper Kupp and George Pickens popping off. Cooper Kupp didn't even know what route to run when he caught his receiving touchdown. But, you know, dude, popping off. Marty's team showing out.
Right now, on paper, that team looks great.
It does look stacked, man. As long as she has no bye weeks, man, she's looking good. You got Josh Allen, Amari Cooper, George Pickens, Brian Robinson, Tony Pollard, Pat Fryermuth, and Drake London. Let's see, what's her bench look like? She need to make some bench moves, though. great job benching and not starting Tank Dell, putting a big donut, or Calvin Ridley, or any of these other garbage receivers. She started the right lineup. She had the perfect lineup this week. 122 points versus 104 projected. You got Casey who had he scored better than his projected. I don't know how Brock Purdy still had he had 2 rushing touchdowns. I was like, how the hell did Brock Purdy still put up that many points? Obviously, heading into tonight, Mike Evans gets hurt after catching one catch for a touchdown. You got Deebo Samuel's hurt.
Not even touching the ball.
Saquon did pretty well.
I like the Jerry Jeudy play.
Yeah, Jerry Jeudy play had high potential.
Who's that with 29 on his bench?
Baker Mayfield, Justice Hill, Zach Ertz. I mean, that could have got him a few points, but I mean, he still would have ended up short. Hey, what's up, Luke?
Luke.
We're gonna get in there shortly right now. Actually, yeah, we're just going through our league standings real quick. We got 3 more to go through, and then we're gonna switch over to our waiver wire pickups of the week. Don't say that. Don't speak too soon, Luke. I don't know, man. I think Jameis Winston is the best option back there, so I think it's gonna look nice. What is going on with our defending champ Edward, aka here for beer, man?
Love to see it. I love to see.
Yo, Robert outscoring his projected by 60 points. Robert's team just looking like
basically exactly 60 points.
Yeah, Robert's team just looking like a monster. Everybody double digits except for Jake Elliott. Even Denver putting up 20 points.
The Madison start, man, was crazy. I had a couple people like, who did I start? I said Madison because he's the one, but that offense is just terrible.
Yeah, man. But he came through for him.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought Xavier Worthy was going to be a nice start too in the narrow league that I'm in, but
love Baker.
Not a good show in there.
Yeah, Worthy was not it, man.
So Baker Mayfield, yeah, I love Baker Mayfield. I love Baker Mayfield. He's a dog.
He's got
a dog
over there. He plays to win too. He don't shy away.
Yeah, he'll go for it. But I mean, obviously now he has his 2 biggest weapons going down, so we'll see what goes on there.
That's where champions come out. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly. You don't got your 2 biggest weapons. What you gonna do now?
Yeah, I think we got Edward over here. He's struggling, man. He's fine to make playoffs. He's fine to stay alive this season.
He had the Dak Lamb Moore combo on
bye week. So I guess he was just taking a bye week this week. At least if he was gonna lose, it's against somebody who just puts up 149 on him. So it's like he can't even be mad at. He can't be mad at it. He's just like, all right, I'll just take my L this week and move on there. He's good, but do I start Darnold or Wilson over him now since his weapons are gone? Sam Darnold's nice. Why do you got 3 quarterbacks? Are you in a super flex?
Yeah, he might be.
I wouldn't be home.
I would still start Baker though, even though he don't got his weapons, because he gonna throw the ball.
He's gonna have a bunch of dumb passes off to Buggy Irving and Rashad White's gonna have like 100 yards receiving next week.
Double QB combo. That's it.
All right, talk to us about your matchup here. What went wrong here against Hawk Tua?
Everything, man. Kamara went wrong. Devontae, I'm like, him and Roger, he's gonna get an anytime touchdown. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Welcome to New York. But, Juju getting hurt in the first quarter. You could pick up Darnold or Wilson away with. Yeah, definitely Darnold. Freaking, he just had it good. McLaurin's still getting busy. Even though Jaden Daniels went out, Jordan Love still getting his high 18 points a game, meeting his projection. Garrett Wilson just missing his projection by 0.15, but still.
Yeah, everybody's pretty on their stuff.
Walker. I mean, he had Laporta who had nothing this week, but
should have started Tucker Kraft.
Yeah, I freaking picked the right defense this week too off of waivers in Cincinnati.
That was good pickup there.
Don't do nothing for me, man.
I mean, even if you would have started Rashad White, who put up 26 for you, you're still looking at you're down 26. So you would have lost by like 0.3, 0.24. If you would have added, no, never mind. That's 100, and you would have lost by 11 points or 10 points.
Yeah.
So I mean, tough loss for our first place, Mr. B Piffin, dropping to 5-2, allowing Fantastic to take back over. And last but not least, the battle of the besties. We got Tiffers Boys versus Built Like Java, aka Sarah. Your team finally showed up to play, Tiffers. Your team finally showed up to play. I mean, obviously, dude, her having AJ Brown, Joe Mixon back starting last week against me, like her having these two guys back changes her whole team. Like these guys combined for 40+ points, back-to-back weeks. Like her team might be something to mess around with again, you know? I mean, obviously, you know, you didn't get much out of J.K. Dobbins tonight, or Dalton Schultz, but, you know, Aaron Jones came back after missing a week or two off of injury, looking good. Over on Sarah's side, poor her. She has Chris Godwin. Not good luck for her. She does drop the 4-3, and now she's out without her number one receiver. Might be tough. It might be tough for her moving forward. She's definitely gonna need to dig into her waivers. I mean, she has, you know, Nico Collins hurt as well. Not due to be back for a bit. David Njoku though.
Oh, she have Keenan Allen next week. It's not bad. She has 3 tight ends on her team. Holy smokes.
Tight end hog over here. She got Coke Komet. She got Njoku and George Kittle. She should be starting 2 of these every week. Okay. Yeah, like they're better. But yeah, Tiffers, nice win for her. Moving up to 3-4 now. So I mean, let's go see what the standings would look like, I guess, real quick. Obviously the standings are gonna move after this updates, but we got Fantastic moving back to the number 1 spot. Dave, Sarah, you all lost. Hawk Tua looks like he's gonna leapfrog. Depending on how much of a point difference he won by. Myself taking that narrow L. I'm sick. I needed that because my points score is not the best. So I'll be dropping down a little bit there. I might be moving down to 7th or 8th. Eesh.
It was a tough week for a lot of people. Marty got her second win
of the season in dominating fashion. Her team looks good. We'll see. Let's see what the week 8 matchups are gonna be. It'll be myself versus Hawk Tua. Okay, the Dan versus UFO. We got Casey. Oh, he's playing against Casey. We'll see. That should be you better bounce back there. Otherwise, you might be having some problems. We got Tiffers looking hot against Edward, and we gotta check on Edward. I might have to do a wellness check on him. I haven't heard from him. He hasn't came by the podcast to talk about his team. Hasn't came back the Call of Duty stream. Hasn't came by the Call of Duty streams to talk about his fantasy team. Man, he's got to be hurting right now. I know.
He's trying.
He's saying he's like, yeah, no, he's I know he's trying. It's just it might be time to make a trade. Maybe, you know, I might have to take advantage while he's down, you know, and take a chance on him. We got Dave versus Marty. Marty coming in hot, but you know, Dave's team still solid.
Projection for next week. Holy.
Yeah, and then they say McCaffrey's next week or 2 weeks. No, who's coming next week?
Week 10.
Week 10. All right.
Cooper Kupp, who I got, should be back next week. So.
Nice. And then we got Sarah's very injured team going against Fantastic. Right now projected more than Fantastic. I hope they get away with it. Camden Ham. Go ahead.
Drop him down. Drop him down.
Yeah, right. Just lost by 0.2 this week. 1 point last week and 0.5 week 1. 4-3 in shambles right now with most points scored too. Hey, if you have the most points scored, though, you're in good shape. I mean, you know, like you're going to win any tiebreaker, right? So, I mean, losing, even though you've lost those games, you're still in good shape. I mean, hey, I'm in the same boat. I lost by...
You can see the waivers right there.
I lost by 0.46. I lost by 0.46 this week. I'm kind of hurting. Oh, the waiver order. Yeah, let's check out our waiver order.
Camden Ham. We just lost by 0.2 this week. 1 point last week. Week 1, 4-3 in shambles right now.
You hear me?
The most point. Hey, if you got the most, yeah, like you said, you got the most points.
I literally read that.
yeah, I was reading it again. I was like, oh, snap.
And then we got so for waivers, Sarah has number 1 waiver spot, followed by Mari, which I know she ain't gonna use, followed by Fantastic, who might want to use it, and then we got myself piffing you all the way in the 9th waiver spot. So,
man, I don't even got that many moves.
Sarah got a couple. Yeah, Sarah. Yeah, I told her to drop Luke Musgrave. Sarah has the number one waiver spot, and I'm pretty sure she's gonna need something because she got injury. She's gonna have to drop Chris Godwin. Speaking of, you look at our highest scoring players this week. We got Lamar Jackson, followed by Jameer Gibbs, Baker Mayfield, Rashad White. Man, it's a throwback. Saquon. Dude, Joe Mixon, man. Joe Mixon, minus the games he missed, he's literally scoring 25 points a game. Because this game he got hurt. So like it's like every game that he's played fully, he's scored 25 points or more. Insane. Yeah, Russell Wilson, man, it might be a good waiver wire pickup for some people. Obviously, you know, his first start, it already came out with 25 points.
Next week.
And they're playing the Giants next week, so that might be a big waiver wire pickup. Maybe somebody who has Jaden Daniels, you know, they might want to pick him up, you know. Let's see. Let's go look at our available. Where? All right, so Juwan Jennings, a lot of people were trying to get him. Some of these are carryovers from last week. I like to look at the honestly, I like to look at the sleeper side. We'll just use no one, but yeah, Juwan Jennings, Ricky Pearsall. That's what people are looking at right now.
I'd say he was out though. Check his card real quick, Juwan Jennings.
Hopeful for week 8 return. Oh, so he didn't even play this week. That's why you're like, hey, he didn't have any catches.
Yeah. From what? What did he? Oh, his hip. He hurt his little hip.
Yeah. Ayuk, on the other hand, suffered a torn ACL via initial reports. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be a battle. Who's gonna? If you could pick up the right wide receiver from the Niners, you could get lucky. Russell Wilson, obviously, if you need a quarterback, Russell Wilson is probably that guy to pick up on the waiver wire there. And then over in Cleveland, depending on, let's see what happened. What happened to DTR, anyways?
Yeah.
Finger, X-ray negative. Expect to go.
Yeah, but I think they're gonna stick with Jameis because he drove down the field and he got it in the end zone. You know.
Yeah, I think Jameis Winston should be the starter. But if he does start, you know, Jameis Winston would be a nice candidate there, and at least you know, it looks like Cedric Tillman is he had 12 targets, 8 catches, 12 targets for Cedric Tillman. I don't know which quarterback that was under, but you know, he might be the guy over there in Cleveland, especially if they have.
I do like the Cade and Sterling Shepard, one of those guys on the Bucs.
Oh yeah, definitely on the Bucs. Yeah, I like Sterling Shepard. He only got 1 target though, but I mean, you know, it was at the end of the game when the injury happened. So
this upcoming game, he's gonna go get to Atlanta, who they have a decent defense, but they're gonna have to throw the ball. It's a division game, should be high scoring. So we'll see.
Some Markey, game over. Yeah, I like Cade for sure. Marcus Mariota might be something to look at. I mean, if you need a flyer, if your quarterback's on a bye week next week, assuming depending on the status of Jaden Daniels, all the people who repicked up Mark Andrews probably happy now because now all of a sudden Mark Andrews is starting to eat. I'm pissed.
I know.
I'm sick.
You traded him or you dropped him?
I think I dropped him in one league after like so many weeks, but I mean, it is what it is. My team is stacked in that league. Who else do we got? Yeah, you got Trey Palmer. You got, basically any receivers on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers or on the Niners are what you're looking at. I like Tampa Bay receivers better though, because Baker Mayfield just slangs that thing, and he slangs it. If David Njoku is somehow available in your league, that might be a good pickup too. I mean, 78% rostered, so might be tough to get him. Who else you got down the list? I'll say my pickup of the week. Damn. I'll say for somebody that's under 50%, I'll say it would be Cade Otton if you need a tight end. because he's already been starting, and he's just got even better. He ended up with 10 targets tonight. He's been having like pretty high targets in general for a tight end, so
Yeah.
it's gonna
Besides week 1
boost
and
him.
2, everything else 8, 9, 4, 6, 10.
Mm-hmm.
Those are targets that you love. So
Exactly. Philosophy for you says I'm 3-4. Your team next week is Love, A-Chain, Connor, CD, Cup, McBride, Marv, or Demario.
Mario Douglas.
Demario Douglas. And Mason, where could I improve and how? Benches, downs. Hopefully pick up Jennings, Murray, Debo, Puka.
I mean, your bench is pretty good too.
Yeah.
If that's Kyler Murray as a backup quarterback, and Debo, who's probably just gonna miss like a week or two.
I'll say for your flex, might as well run Mason, no? Unless you're two flex, maybe it's two flex. I'll have Jordan Mason over Marvin Harrison.
Yeah, you're right. I would do that because he's gonna get the ball for sure. He's a starting running back.
Yeah. Pick up Jennings, Murray. Dude, they ain't trying to pick up 4 people. People picking up Puka Nakua, or is Puka Nakua being dropped by people?
No, he's probably on his IR. You know what I'm saying? He's saying hopefully pick up Jennings, but then he has Murray, Debo.
Oh, Puka Nakua. Let's see. Yeah, I think a lot of people are still holding on to him. Not practicing this week, but he's supposed to come back week 8 too, along with Cooper Kupp. That'd be. I thought he was gonna take longer. I guess you'll get an update on that though. That'd be crazy if they both come back at the same time.
Terrible.
Huh?
My boy Kupp not gonna get the love.
I know. All right, let's look over at our Brigade Pick'em. It is a weekly bet where basically everybody picks their wins against the spread, and those of you that get the correct right, most correct right, will win each week. Overall winner of the league will win like $150, where each person who wins each week gets like another $6. And this week's winner is Who's Got It Better Than Me? Who is that? I need your name. I need your name, your number. Who's got it better than me? Is that you, Duck?
No, he's got Duck.
Oh yeah. Who's got it better than me? All right. I'm gonna need this person. I wish people had their names in this league. But yeah, he pops off with 9 correct. This week was a tough one. 9 is the highest score. We've had 9s win before, but it was a tough one. I only had 6 right this week. What do you have this week? Where you at, Piff? And oh my God, Piff, what happened? Only 3 correct picks this week. Oh, we were just talking about how your drop scores were so high.
I know.
Yeah, you drop a little little dookie there.
I don't even remember what I picked. What did I pick? I set my thing on Thursday before the game and it didn't save. So I missed out on the first.
What do you have picked, Denver though?
Yeah, I had Denver because New Orleans had her quarterback. I picked up Denver in like a few leagues, but I mean, they wouldn't have made a difference anyway. I picked New England.
Yeah, so shout out to Who's Got It Better Than Me. I gotta find out who me is and pay him their $6 for the week. I gotta hit up Hawk Tua too. He hasn't done any of his league entries. I need to see if he's in or out. So, but everybody else, shout out to them for putting their picks in. The overall standings right now looks like Duck is in first place overall, followed by Sarah, followed by Who's Got It Better Than Me, followed by myself. Then CD's next, Hawk Tua's, Tivers Boys. I wonder if Hawk Tua is this guy, but just done twice. Downstairs Sunshine, Ashley struggling so far. Ashley and you are struggling this season. I gotta work on our picks here. Still maintaining a positive record right now, 42-29, and that's with like at least like 6, 7 of my picks being unchosen.
Dang, I'm dropping in my picks. I gotta lock in. I gotta lock in.
You gotta lock in, man. You gotta lose your record. Maybe you're making your picks too early. That's the problem.
Yeah, right. I gotta do it the week early.
All right. Hey, look, we did pretty good. Only an hour and 16 minutes. I think again early today, but yeah, if you guys have any questions or concerns, feel free to, you know, comment on video. Even if you're watching this as a VOD, feel free to comment on it. If you haven't done so already, if you could like the stream and subscribe. You can find myself BikeyMrown on all socials. Mr. B Pippin, where can they find you?
At Pippin_official. Pretty much everything now.
On YouTube, mainly.
On YouTube and IG. Pippin_official as well.
Pippin_official, and then Mr. B Pippin on the streaming platforms. If you check him out, he streams on Facebook or on Kick sometimes Twitch, anywhere you like to watch. And yeah, you have anything to say to these people other than the Giants don't look too good?
They don't look good at all. So you know what? We're not gonna talk about the Giants for the rest of the season, but we're gonna focus on our fantasy leagues. I'm gonna try to get a championship in one of my 5 leagues. You know, I know Mikey's in 4, so
I'm in 5 as well.
Yeah, 5. Yeah. Oh, a chip got to come out of those. I can't.
Yeah, we can't settle. Can't settle. And you know what? There's gonna be one more chip. You know why? Because the Dodgers are going to the World Series.
I'm out of here. Good night.
Have a good night, y'all. Take care.